The doors of the quiche is open. The doors of the quiche is open. Come on in. Come on in. Get you some love. Come on in, network. Come on in and encourage one another. Come on in and tell one another Happy Mother's Day. Encourage someone who has their mother to reach out to their mother if they haven't. If they haven't, encourage someone who doesn't have their mother. It's a very, very hard time for those who do not have a mother. I have two nieces, age 20 and age 14, that lost their mother at a very young age. So I'm very familiar with the pain that is associated with not having your mother. So be mindful and be careful during this weekend. You know, when we are celebrating mothers, I am a mother myself, and I love this weekend. I put a lot of work, hard work, and dedication into being a mom, and it definitely reflects in my children. They are the sweetest things. My friends are mothers. Um, it's just a beautiful weekend. This is a beautiful weekend that I'm excited about. I have to work on Mother's Day weekend, but nevertheless, I don't let things like that damper my spirit because I do work, and that is a great thing to have a job because there are some people out there that's looking for a job. So now that we have touched that subject, how was everybody's week? Leave that also in the comments. Just kind of share, how's everybody week been. At this point, I've noticed I got around 12 or 13 viewers that watch me. Guys, don't be afraid to say anything just in case you are. Don't be afraid to ask any questions. And you don't have any questions, that's fine. I'm a beginner at this, and I'm definitely just trying to um, just being of encouragement, whoever's watching. So, out of the little followers that I have, I hope that I'm saying something positive. I hope that I'm being of an encouragement. I hope that I'm being of some help, whether it's to you or somebody close to you. And I hope that you enjoy watching my channel. So, one of the Mother's Day gifts that I received was, if you watched one of my older videos, my college student, she's home for the summer, and she treated me to a spa pedicure, which felt so good, guys. So I'm really, really thankful for that. I'm thankful, that all those years that the hard work and dedication that I put into my kids. It's kind of good to kind of receive the award rewards or receive something back from that. So I enjoyed that, and I actually the most um, nice thing that I enjoyed that I got to enjoy with her. She was sitting with me and she was getting her feet done also. So that was pretty awesome. The second gift that I got was from my 9 year old. And guys, they celebrating kind of early because they know I have to work. So the second gift was from my 9 year old. You guys know, like back in the day, when you would put your hand on a piece of paper and you would outline um, your fingers, and she did that. And just so you guys know a little bit about myself, I am very appreciative to what my kids do. I never make them feel like because you're not spending the almighty dollar that it doesn't have any meaning. The artistic and the creative things that they do for me that's not um, that involve money means so much to me. So she drew me um, a little hand, and on each finger she wrote 5 things that she loved about me. I didn't bring that to me. I get so emotional. I didn't bring that. And that meant a lot. And then in the palm of the hand, it had Happy Mother's Day, and she had colored it green, which is my favorite color. Guys, if I cannot say this enough, be appreciative for the small things, no matter whether it's from your child or your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle. Just be appreciative, and know that recognize the things that are shown with love. So I got that from my 9 year old. Um, my 14-year old, she wrote me a poem, and I told her if she could please save that for Mother's Day. Because I kind of like, something, although I'll be at work Sunday when I get off, that'll be like, the cherry on top of it all. So I told her, please wait till Mother's Day so you can read your poem to me. So I'm excited about that. And another thing that I got for Mother's Day that I got for myself, for all you guys that have been watching me and really genuinely like me and enjoying my journey, the one thing that I got myself is my E-Day. Guys, I went to visit my new dentist today. And little did I know when I walked in there, um, I didn't know I was going to have an E-Day. If you guys have watched my videos, if you're new, I'm very anxious. It wasn't until today that I realized how long and drawn out I've made this process because of fear. Now, don't get me wrong, this E-Day still has me scared. But nevertheless, I want to give a shout out to Sweet Lady V and the DDS Implant Solution. I always get that wrong. But yeah, them two contributors have made this day happen. And I wanted to share my journey with you guys today. I wanted to go live, but also, if anybody kind of understand this, I wanted to be alert and observant of the um what I was walking into. And also my 14-year-old had a slight emergency at school, so I wasn't able to go to live because of that, because I needed to tend to her. She ended up, getting sick today. So I had to take care of that like right before the appointment. So I wasn't able to kind of, fully. So I was like, it must not be meant to be. I believe that what's not meant to be meant to be. I believe that things happen for a reason. So I was like, okay, I will make this video afterwards. Hold on, guys. Just 1 second. You're going to see this a few times. Um, okay. So, to the good stuff. I walked into the dentist's office. Very beautiful office. Very, very beautiful. And when I tell you I'm the type to pay attention to detail, I am the type to pay attention to detail. They have dark hardwood floors, which by the way, I have in my home and I love. And they had the chairs, they were set up nicely. They had magazines out, and which was awesome because you guys know that we're in a technology world. So I really don't see magazines quite often, even like when I take, no matter what type of appointments that I go to. I take my children's to appointments constantly. I go to doctor's appointments. And to be honest, magazines are becoming far and few. So I saw magazines on the table that had the television up. It was on HGTV, which is one of my family's favorite channels. So, there was the office was not busy at all. Now I don't know if that's normal, but the office definitely was not visible at all. It was two waiters. It was two people that were waiting actually for somebody they were there with that was behind, that was getting their procedure done. So office, very beautiful art, beautiful area. The area was not busy, but then for a Friday, everybody's, getting paid, ending their work week, and the end of the week can be kind of busy in certain areas. So it was not busy at all. Like I said, the shopping center was lovely. It had a Sprouts, um, it had a gym, a dance center. Very, very nice area. Very, very nice shopping center. So anyhow, when I went in, the clerk She was very, very nice, of course. And oh yeah, by the way, I arrived 30 minutes early because of course when you are new to anything as far as doctor, dentist, or whatever type of medical or dental thing that you're getting ready to engage with, you have paperwork. So I was like, okay, let me get there a little early, despite the emergency with my 14-year-old. I was like, let me get there a little early because I know there's going to be paperwork involved. So I got there about 30 minutes early, and that gave me the chance to fill out the paperwork. And during the paperwork was slightly easy. Basically, went over your medical history, basic info. You guys get that point. And one particular thing that I found interesting was during the paperwork, there was a Wells Fargo health card. Now, I did not know anything about it. It was a pink sheet over it, and it was like, if you're interested in financing, fill out this card. Now, I was unaware or uneducated on, I know what financing mean, but I didn't know what that pink slip mean in that office. So my theory is no dumb question, no question is a dumb question. So I went up to the clerk and I was like, "Hey, can you kind of give me some insight on this?" And basically, what she was saying is the Wells Fargo Health Card was a credit card that you apply for that specifically lets you pay for dental expenses only. So, um, a little fact about myself: I'm really not into um, filling out things of that nature that has to do with credit. And it's not because I have bad credit nor good credit. It's just not my thing. I just don't get into that. But because today I was operating out of fear and anxiety and like all kind of emotions was going through my body and my mind, I was like, okay, go for it. So I did. So once I got finished filling out all the paperwork, I turned it into her. Um, I had a seat in the lovely waiting area. There was a few people that walk in. I definitely pay attention, when I'm not filling out paperwork and things and I'm kind of waiting. I definitely pay attention to the aura. I pay attention to how the clerk is treating everybody. I pay attention, I look out the windows and I look at the area. I pay attention. I'm just observant, guys. That's just about me. So everything was beautiful. I didn't see where anybody was treated any different than anybody. Anybody that walked in, no matter who walked in, the clerks were fantastic. They were nice, and they gave out the information that needed to be done. So while I was waiting, the clerk called me up and she was like, "Well, unfortunately, you did not qualify." I guess she ran a credit check or whatever, which that's another reason why I don't do those things because I'm not in full knowledge of what happens when that's done. Anybody that is in full knowledge what happens, you can go ahead and drop a comment down, for me because, that's what it's all about. This whole situation of social media and computer and technology is for us all to help each other. At least that's why I'm here. So when we do things and we're applying for credit cards and such, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And I do know that your past credit history has a lot to do with it. Has a lot to do with it. So I can imagine. But anyways, just kind of let you a tad bit into my personal life. Um, she was like, "You did not qualify." And I was like, okay. Even though I don't know if that would have been a good thing or a bad thing if I did, because I was thinking about, in the future, after I have my first set of dentures, maybe this card would pay for, me a nicer set of dentures. I'm trying to kind of think ahead a little bit. But what she did say is something along the lines of she saw on numerous occasions where if people that did not qualify for the Wells Fargo health card, she said she saw that with a co-signer or co-applicant, maybe this program right here, and this is just me, guys, sharing information. And just because I did not pass the application process for the Wells Fargo health card, anybody that watches me, that does not mean you would not pass. So if there's something that you're interested in, if you're kind of wanting a card to where you can kind of charge your dental expenses, I actually thought that it was a absolutely positively great idea. And if anybody, that is stable in the credit area and everything is together in their lives, I mean, why not? Because you're constantly needing teeth, whether your teeth are bad or whether your teeth is good. Dental work is almost inevitable. So, I mean, why not have a dental credit card? Like, I thought the whole idea was awesome. And nevertheless, she gave me more hope because I'm kind of interested, guys. And put your comments inside the comment section if what would you feel about it, or what do you think about it having a dental credit card? Like, seriously. And anybody that has a dental credit card, it doesn't necessarily have to be Wells Fargo. It could be any dental card, you know, because a lot of people, and if you guys that's new to me, go back and watch my videos, are not fortunate enough, to have a great job with great health benefits, or, make a six-figure salary and can afford all this stuff. So if you can um, be approved for some of this stuff to help you out, and as long as you have the proper income to kind of keep yourself. I know some people kind of steer away from credit and they're like, oh no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But and you guys know my motto, everybody's journey is different. But anyhow, she gave me a second option. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if anybody ever saw this before, but she was saying that typically, if you do not qualify or get approved for the Wells Fargo health card, she have saw on numerous occasions to where if you have like a co-applicant, um, a care credit, if you try to go apply with these guys, she saw a significantly higher rate of getting approved. Now, if there's anybody out there who disagree with that, I mean, let me know. You guys know how I am. If it didn't work for you, everybody's journey is different. If it didn't work for you, um, good, okay, let us know what happened. Tell us your testimony. If it did work for you, if anybody familiar with this company, if anybody is having a good experience with this company, um, drop in my comments and let me know. It's all about helping each other. I've slightly read the pamphlet a little bit. I do not have a co-applicant, so I don't know, what exactly is going to happen with this. But I just think a dental credit card is an awesome thing. Somebody may not think it's an awesome thing, but I do. So this happened, and I don't know really if I'm going to really go for this, because I do know you have to be careful how many times you like apply for something like that has to do with credit. You have to be careful with that. And I don't know how true that is. Let me know, guys. I'm not, educated on everything. I'm educated, but I'm always growing. I'm always learning. So, yeah. So, okay, she gave me that. And I was like, well, thank you. Thank you, for giving me all these options. Thank you for giving me all these options, whether they work or not. At least the dental office did offer, whether they're good options or bad options. I always tell my children, don't trust anybody research but your own. So it's our job when we're given these options to come and research. And although I'm telling you guys to kind of let me know at the end of the day, I am still going to research myself. So she gave me that. And after she gave me that, I went back and I took my seat. And there was this guy in Texas. If anybody, any Texans in here, or I don't know, maybe in other states, we talked about, a guy broke the silence. He was like, what you think about the weather? Because, guys, it's 69 degrees here in Texas. And that's pretty cold we're not quite in summer yet, but this is, for me, it's weird as a Texan. I'm like, I'm cold on a Friday evening in the spring, like literally chilly in Texas. So, and I was like, yeah, I know it is kind of weird, but I saw something, that said something about, global warming and climates. climate change. And if you're interested in it, I'm a huge science geek. So if you have any theories or you have any scientific knowledge on what's going on, drop it in the comments because I'm interested. But for me, if it's cold, it's cold. If it's hot, it's hot. And it's just oddly cold today in Texas. So I think I may have waited back to the dentist visit. I think I may have waited maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and they were calling my name between the paperwork and applying for the credit, having a small conversation with a really nice guy inside the office, watching HGTV. My time passed before I know it. So I think maybe it's a dental assistant or a dental technician. She called my name, came back very, very nice. I cannot remember her name, Sweet Lady B. I don't know. She said, "Oh yeah, Sweet Lady B." When I said your name, from the clerk to all the way in the back, they lit up. They was like, "Oh my God, we know her." I was telling them about the dental community and the denture family, and how you're a major impact in the denture family. And it was like, "We know." She told us about it. So all smiles when it came to Sweet Lady B. But the young lady, she came back. She had her hair shaven in the back, and she has a tattoo on her neck, and her top of her hair is short. Beautiful, wonderful, absolutely pleasurable Caucasian lady. She led me to the back, and of course, first I took my X-ray. And guys, am I the only one who catch? And you guys know, I if you watch my prior video, you know I get anxiety, but I get anxiety over the X-ray. I'm like, calm down. Just the whole experience. I don't know what it is about the dentist, but she was sweet, and she talked to me during my anxiety. She took my X-ray, which I think took like nothing. I mean, I'm sure anybody on here that have their X-ray doesn't know that it's nothing. The little thing turn around your head. You gotta put your chin in your forehead. That took maybe 2 minutes, three. The anxiety in me maybe making that more than it was. And I went. She directed me to Sweet Lady B to room 1, which is literally right there from the X-ray machine. So I go there, and she was like, "What's the main purpose for your visit today?" And I said, "Dentures." And she was like, "Okay." And she took my blood pressure, which is a little elevated. I have come to find out since 2018, my blood pressure have been a little elevated. I've been changing up some stuff in my diet and trying to get that better. And I'm gonna start back up on an exercise regimen. But it was not high enough to where they couldn't, um, do any work. And I do want to also point out that when I called them a week ago, my visit was supposed to be $55 as far as a consultation. But when I got there, guys, guess what? And you guys, if you watch my prior video, you know I love the little things. Um, my There was no charge for my first initial visit, so that was exciting. So, anyways, I'm sitting in a chair, and she asked me what was my main purpose of the visit, and she took my X-ray. I'm gonna show you guys this because I think it's. Um, I was kind of sad when I saw it, which I always get sad when I see this. But she showed me the X-ray of my teeth. Oh, it's already pulled up. So if y'all guys can see that, show me the X-ray of my teeth. And she was like, "That's pretty cool, huh?" And I was like, "I'm 39 years old and I'm having all my teeth took out. I don't think there's anything cool about that." And she was like, "Yeah, calm down." She was like, "The X-ray is cool." So I was getting a little down about the X-ray or whatever. And when I see that, guys, I can admit I'd be like, "How did I get here?" But I did get a picture of the X-ray today, which was cool. So she showed me the X-ray, asked me what was the general thing, the general purpose of my visit. And after that, let me think. I think that was mostly it. She took my blood pressure, which was a little elevated, and she was like, "The doctor will be with you, Dr. Dashi." Doshi, Doshi. I wish I would have brought the card with me in my setup, but I didn't. Dr. Doshi will be with you in just a second. So she went off, and I just lay there and sit there and try to calm down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And long story short, I think maybe 5 minutes later, Dr. Doshi came in. When he came in, and I'm big on energy when it comes to entering a room, when it comes to meeting people, when it comes with situations. I go by feelings, like my feelings on things. So when he came in, I definitely did not feel any bad energy. He smiled, and he introduced himself, and he proceeded to, kind of tell me what was going on, which I'd already been to two dentists prior to Dr. Dashi, so I knew. So the sombering part, or the crying part, or the bad part, or the devastating news part had already passed before I went to this dentist. So it was like, okay, I'm aware, I have periodontal disease. I'm sorry, guys. I'm aware I have gingivitis. I'm aware of these teeth in my mouth. Everything that he was educating me on, I was aware of, and I had accepted, and I was like, I know. So then at that point, we went into options. Now, when I went in, I did not go in for E-Day. I didn't. I've been slowly dragging out this process, um, mostly because of finances. You guys know I've told you in prior videos, I had to take, two and three teeth at a time because the extractions was $90 a pop. But he was giving me my options and letting me know, okay, if you continue to do it the way you've been doing it, it'll cost this much, and we do have an option to where we can get all these teeth out of your mouth at one time, and you can have your teeth in. We have the options of medications to get you through your anxiety, through gas, or pills. He just gave me all the options that it was possible that I could possibly have. So he asked me, did I have any questions? Sorry, guys. He asked me, did I have any questions? And I basically asked him, let me think, what did I ask him? Oh, I basically just, it really wasn't a question. I was telling him my life and my scenario, and he was listening. He was genuinely listening. And I was saying, look, I work around the clock. I'm constantly in a situation to where I'm talking to people. Um, and I was just basically trying to keep some teeth in my mouth so I totally wouldn't be, bald mouth at work. And that's when he was like, you do know we can get this done in one day. And as many videos if I've watched with you guys, it wasn't until today where it really had dawned on me. And I was like, oh, okay. So just basically, after I told him, my scenario and my journey since 2017, and he told me we can get it done in one day. He understood, that I have a family provide. He understood everything that I was saying. So he was like, okay, well, of course he put his gloves on. He looked at my mouth. He told me about my bone loss and all the issues that I have in my mouth. And he was like, I'm going to let you talk with the dental technician about the financing part. So, and then you make the best choice for you. I'm giving you all the options, but you make the best choice for you. And I like that. So when I was talking with her, I can't remember her name because I don't like referring people to her, him. I like using titles for people's name, but I can't remember her name. She was such a sweetie pie. But she was basically telling me that if I had them took out two and three at a time, like I was previously at Catholic Charities, it was going to be basically the same amount that it was at Catholic Charities. It was going to be $1 difference. It was going to be $89. But with the package deal that they were offering, if I did all the extractions, all the extractions and the price of dentures, they would be $49. Let me see if I can show you guys without putting any personal information. The extractions would be $49. My nails gross, guys. $49 if I got all the instructions done at one time. So I was like, okay, um, I understand that. And she was giving me the price of the dentures. Now, what I found kind of odd is when she printed out the whole, it's called a proposed treatment plan, she never did go over the dentures and their prices. So they did go over the amount of extractions if you buy the dentures, but they never went over. Well, she never went over the actual denture tiers. There's basic, there's classic, or I don't know what goes up and up. So when she brought me back the paper and she pulled out, she was like, "Well, I'm going to send you home with like a paper that shows you the different dental pans." And she pulled like a laminated one. And when she showed it to me, prior to explaining, and you guys can tell me if I was being too tedious, because I know a lot of times we have to look in the mirror at ourselves and we can be kind of too tedious at stuff and pick on and nitpick at stuff. But when she showed me the denture prices, she put me down for the classic, which was about $200 more than the basic, automatically, without showing me the chart. And then when she noticed it, she was like, "Oh my God, I put you down for the classic." She was like, "I'll put you down," because I had to discuss my financial issues, and she was like, "I'll put you down for the basic." And it could have been one of those things to where she didn't realize the financial piece of it with me. So once she did, and she put it all together, and she got to know me, she was like, "Okay, you'll be a better fit for the basic." And my question to the dentist was, is there any difference between I know of course price, because I think it was a $200 difference between the basic and classic, but I was like, is there a difference in quality? And both Dr. Doshi, Sweet Lady V, and the dental technician said no, there wasn't. You'll still get to pick your shade. You'll still get to pick your shade. So anybody that can chime in and tell me, the truth of the matter with this stuff, because it's time, E-Day is coming. I've made this appointment and I need everybody that is watching me to kind of chime in and direct me in the right way. If there's any questions I didn't ask, if there's anything that I need to know, like that's what we're here for. That's what I noticed that the dental community and the dental family is all about, is educating each other. And for those who is entering into this big, huge stage, we need all the information that we can get. So I'm trying to tell you guys as much information that happened at the dental visit so that you guys can let me know. So she was like, "It's no problem." And she changed it. And she was like, "Okay, I'll go and change it." And that knocked it down, I think like $200, which was awesome because I am paying for this out of my pocket. So every dime counts. So she showed me the instructions, and then the basic immediate denture price, which was $895, guys. $895 at this dentist, compared to, let me show you guys, because you guys, if you watch my prior videos, I told y'all the price of, let me look so I can show you guys. I'm trying to do it to where I won't be showing a lot of information on here, because you guys know they're psychos. This was at Catholic Charities. This was going to be the price for the $1,070 for the complete lower and the complete upper, versus DDS Dental. See, DDS Dental, here's their price, $895. So a couple of $100. I mean, it is what it is. So that I'll be saving. And where was I going with this? Yeah. So I covered the denture prices from the prior dentist I was going to these guys because I have decided to go with the DDS Dentures and Implant Solutions. So that was the dental price, which brought the total price. This would have been the total price for everything. And mind you guys, I'm going to show you. I've already had spent. I'm sorry. I had already spent prior to this amount that you're about to see $1,000 at Catholic Charities to get all my molars took out. So after the $1,000 that I had spent to get my molars out, this what was going to be remaining at Catholic Charities. Can you guys see that? $2,450 it was going to be remaining. That includes the dentures and the remaining teeth that you guys see. Whereas DDS, and this is including the sedation, dentures, and a year of free relinings at DSS. Now, I do want to mention Catholic Charities was very poor at giving me information as far as, you know, but DDS, I do want to compliment them. Shout out to DDS for being very informative because when you're spending your money, for me, the more informative you are, and the more I can digest what's happening and what I can spend my money on, the more the likelihood is greater that I'm going to spend my money with you because you're telling me. But Catholic Charities, I guess because they're charity, I guess sometimes they feel like they don't really have to really just go into detail. But at the end of the day, although it was charity, I still was paying a lot of money. But anyhow, this is the final price for DDS, including immediate dentures, guys. A year warranty as far as relines, soft relines and hard relines. Um, the um, the sedation, tax, and everything. I'm scared, but I'm excited. I get excited by cheaper prices. Dentist seemed like a great guy. Technician seemed like a great guy. The office seemed great. The area is in was great. So I'm just happy to be here. And this is a huge Mother's Day. Uh, this is a huge Mother's Day gift for me. I didn't reveal the E-Day. My E-Day is, again, let me try to set this up to where none of the information is showing. My E-Day is May 29th at 8:30. And anybody that knows anything about that medication that's down there, TLALCION is 2 pills I'm going to have to buy. That's not included in the price. That's a prescription that I have to go get. If you can leave in the comment section, like, okay, what's going to happen with it? How am I going to feel? Dr. Dashi said Twilight Zone. Let me tell you guys a funny story. Twilight Zone was one of the scariest shows in my life as a little kid. And he was like, the medicine is going to make you feel like you were in a Twilight Zone. I was like, so yeah. If you guys have any information on how that medication make you feel, leave it in the comments. But guys, I think that's it. That's all I got for you. I just wanted to say happy Mother's Day and make that announcement that I finally got my E-Day and that I'm still scared and that I'm still anxious, but I am happy to be here. I'm happy that that I finally did it. I finally made a day to take them all out. I'm finally not having to drag this process out. I finally saved to get it done. If you're out there and you're watching me, do it at your own pace. Don't make anybody make you feel bad. Don't feel jealous because of somebody else's journey. Take it at your own pace. I walked around with my teeth bad for 5 years. It took me 3 years literally to save up the money. Guys, embrace your journey. Do what you can. Work at your own pace. Find your own happiness. If anybody is watching this, do not worry about what everybody else, just worry about you. You can look at other people's stuff to get insight and information and kind of help you. But at the end of the day, your journey is your journey. So that was a huge Mother's Day gift for me this weekend. The big start of my Mother's Day weekend, I got my E-Day. I tried to leave as much as information as possible. This is my longest video, and I try not to have it drawn out, but I did that so I can give you guys every detail possible. I did start crying in the end. I did. When I was getting ready to check out, I started crying. And it was a mixture of happiness, anxiety, and the lady that checked me out, she was like, just think about that beautiful smile you're gonna have. And that's what I'm going to try to stick in my mind. So, um, I think that's it. I don't want to drag you guys too long. Like I said, I'm excited. And anybody that's been watching me, I hope you're excited for me. And I can't wait for this because I got another big reveal once this all happens. It's gonna be another big reveal. But just tell me what you think. As far as the videos and the YouTube go, this is another journey that I never thought I'd say myself on. If it's something good I'm doing, leave comments. If it's something bad, I tried to do a combination of stuff. What I'm eating. Life, school, just a variety of things. Because at the end of the day, life is so much. It's more than your mouth. So other than that, I'm going to close the doors of the quiche. I thank you guys for so much for checking me out. Enjoy your Mother's Day. I might hop back on a little bit on Mother's Day at work. I work with kids, which that's kind of iffy putting other people's kids on here. But if it's nothing else, just a quick, hey to you guys. So subscribe, guys. Press that bell so that you can get my notification. Share. I want to be able to reach out to people. I want to be able to share my story in hopes that my story will help somebody else. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's delivery is different. And subscribe, share, and like. If there's anybody afraid to say anything to me, don't be. If there's anybody that think my material can use some help, speak up and just say it because I need help because I'm not new to this. And anybody that love me, thank you. If you have a support system, no matter what it is in your life, thank them, and love on them. And most importantly, love on yourself. All right, guys.